have chairs set up here. Bert, my husband and life partner, Bert, had a wonderful life. It was not without difficulties, as almost no life is, but the rewards and enjoyment that life brought far outweighed them. Bert loved life and everything about it. He took great joy in his family, our son Christopher and wife Katie, our daughter Lauren, our granddaughters Leva, Kelly, and Nova, his siblings, and virtually all his many relatives. He always looked forward to a good meal and a glass of wine, and loved the comforts of his own home. He loved visiting with extended family and friends, whether as a host or a guest. He had a boundless enthusiasm for music, art, sports, and ideas. The beauty and colors of nature, his love for flowers and birds, especially cardinals. The Long Island and Cape Cod seashores, and memories of a country childhood in Colts Neck, New Jersey, all helped define him. He will live on in his children, grandchildren, and the hearts and memories of his many friends and family members. I know he loves having you here at this gathering. I met Bert in the fall of my senior year at Douglas College, Women's College at Rutgers University. And my then longtime boyfriend had told me he didn't want to see me anymore, so I was quite shocked and devastated. And my good friend, Christina Harris, got Bert, who was older and living in New Brunswick and working, although he had gone to Rutgers. And he came with his Chevy convertible and drove the two of us around New Jersey. We went to Atlantic Highlands and stopped for coffee and made probably something to eat. And then he invited me out to dinner the next night, which in itself was something, because in those days, a big treat was Friday night sharing a pizza at the dorm, because nobody had money. So, of course, by then, my other boyfriend had decided that was some aberration that had come out of his mouth, and he didn't know why he said it. But it was too late, because there was a bond that had been forged between Bert and me that had probably originated in some other time and place in the universe, and it continued to be cemented, eventually leading to our 50-plus years of marriage together. I will now just read a brief poem called Epitaph. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give to me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known and loved. And if you cannot give me away, at least let me live on in your eye and not your mind. You can love me most by letting hands touch hands, by letting bodies touch bodies, and by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die, people do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. And I will leave my family with the wise words of our Aunt Claire Rosato Tedesco. You come from good stock, and you have a spine. Use it. And now I will introduce my wonderful cousin, Andrea Perillo Gala, who will read a short piece by Ralph Waldo Emerson, who was one of Bert's favorites.
Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, "Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. It is rich who owns the day. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish each day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and some absurdities no doubt creep in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be cumbered with your old nonsense. This new day is too dear, with its hopes and invitations, to waste a moment on the yesterdays.
Thank you, Andrea.
You're welcome.
And now Nova, my youngest granddaughter, will introduce the musical portion.
How sweet the moonlight sleeps upon this bank. Here we sit and let the sounds of music creep into our ears. Soft silentness, and the night becomes the touch of sweet harmony.